What's up, box heads? How y'all doing? What's up? What's up, Rabbit? How you doing? How y'all doing tonight? Can y'all hear me? If y'all can hear me, give me a thumbs up. What's up, cuz? How you doing? What's up, Jalen? Y'all can hear me? What's up, Street? Someone said, will you be hosting any more classes after the 22nd? Yes, I will be hosting a class after the 22nd. I don't exactly know which date it'll be. Sometime probably in March or April. I don't know if I'm going to do a class in March yet or April. So sometimes I skip a month, sometimes I don't. So just depending. I don't actually know yet. But if you don't want to wait that long, I do offer the one-on-one VIP Masterclass where you can pick your date, Monday through Thursday, jump into Masterclass. Same information, just a shorter class, usually about 3.5 hours. But for you guys that don't know, I don't have a script or anything like that. When it comes to Amazon Relay, I jump on live, answer you guys questions. So as we go, before we get too many questions, while we got, like 45 people in here and some people on YouTube, just start firing off your questions. Because it'll get to a point where I have so many questions that I won't be able to get to everybody's questions. So don't be shy, don't be scared. This is your opportunity to ask a question about Amazon Relay. Someone said, what's up, bro? Took your class on January 18th. Got denied on Amazon Relay application. Ooh, so I guess the question is, what's your name? Bottom Lynn. Did you already have 180 days with your Amazon, with your authority? It should be a reason of why they denied you when you applied to Amazon Relay. Someone says, starting as a very beginner, how long does it take to start seeing income? Good question. When you start with, let's say, for example, let me answer this question, Mr. Lady Lack. Now, if you don't already have 180 days to get, for you guys that don't know, in March of 2023, Amazon enacted a 180-day wait rule, which means your authority, MC, DOT, UCR, BOC3 have to be 180 days. Now, if you're talking about past that 180 days, right, how long does it start to make income? Literally, from the time you start, you should start back making money. So you should be able to recoup the money you spent. I would say, I think it took me like a month to make the money that I invested in my company back. So it just depends. Now, if you can't log on or you can't get on with Amazon Relay and you just have to do the DAT load board, I can't tell you how long it is. But this is one thing I always tell people. From you initially investing money, let's say, for example, you invested, let's say, $5,000 to get started. From your first week of Amazon, remember, Amazon pays us every Friday. So every Friday you should get paid. Every Friday you should make enough money going forward that it should cover all your expenses and you should see a profit. So you should never have to go back in your pocket, if that makes sense. So the business, as a lot of people say when you talk about business, it should be self-sufficient. So from your initial investment, I never had to put no more money back into the business. If you watched the live like I had like a month ago with the young lady, Kiana, same exact thing what she said. As soon as she did, she made that investment back in her first month to get up and running. So I hope that answers your question. Someone said, yes, 8 months authority. Yes, got to be something for why you probably got denied. I know a couple things could be your CSA score, bro. Did you check your CSA score? Bottom. All right. Someone said, could I have a semi-truck and still run with you? Yes, you can have a semi-truck. You can have a 16-foot cube truck, or you can have a box truck and do Amazon Relay. And you can still lease on with a semi. So if you got a semi, hey, come lease on. We got people that's the semis that's still leased on right now in this Masterclass. Someone said, how you doing? Thank you, bro. I'm doing good. Someone said, with your third-party authority, allow me to be home every day running home. Yes. So if you do Amazon Relay, you will be able to be home every single day. I've literally been doing Amazon Relay for 4 years now. In January 21st will make 4 years. And I literally have never had a driver spend the night outside of his house. So you know what that means? I've never had to pay for lodging. I also never had to pay a dispatcher to dispatch for me, because with all my loads, even with 5 trucks, I spend less than an hour a day booking all of my loads. So you do not need a dispatcher with Amazon Relay. You don't need factoring. You don't have to pay for lodging. So yes, you could be home every single day with Amazon Relay. Someone said, got my authority. What's the next step? The next step after you get your authority is pretty much getting your commercial insurance. So for you guys that's just tuning in, first thing you need to do is get your LLC or your corporation or whatever you want to get, sole proprietor, however you did. Just basically a company set up. The next step, of course, is getting your authority. Your authority comprises of your MC, DOT, UCR, and BOC3. This is the one part of the the process where I always tell people, if you're not familiar with it, do not try to do your own authority. And that's just it. I still don't even know how to do an authority. So this is one thing. If you got a buddy, family member, friend, or even a third party, go through a third party and get that authority set up. Now, after you get your authority set up, I have an authority person that I go through. She charges $650. If you do it yourself, you're looking at about $380, $390, I would say, setting it up yourself. But after that, commercial insurance. And after your commercial insurance, then the next thing will be your rental deposit. So those are the next steps to get up and running. But I always tell people, after you get this thing set up, what are you going to do for the first 90 days? I have a lot of people that join my masterclass, and the first thing they say is, you know what? I should have listened to you. I know exactly what you talk about, getting those loads off them cheap load board, trying to survive. Like, I hope the guy's on there. I just did a masterclass with him this week. He was doing OTR work. He said it was crappy. You can't get loads. They lowball you. You get stuck places. And I said, I know exactly what you're talking about, because for the first 90 days, it is hard to get work. Even after 90 days, it's still hard to get work. Like, the name of the game, if you want to be rich, you want to make a lot of money, think about this. When I always talk about real estate, when I will flip a house, remember I told you I bought a house January 3rd for 80, put 85 into it, sold it July 16, made 176,000, right? So basically that's 7 months of me getting a lump sum of money. But I don't know when my next check is going to come for real estate. So my next check came for real estate on January 31st, 2019. The one I just posted a couple days ago. I think it was like 5 or 6 years ago when I flipped the house, but it made 125,000. So anyway, the moral of the story is this: real estate is great, but it wasn't a consistent check, if that makes sense. Amazon Relay allowed me to retire from my job, because that check comes every single day, the same exact way I was getting paid for my job. So if you do the DAT low board, you're not going to have consistent work. You might have a good week, no work the next week. You might have work 3 days. You might not have work for 2 days. So I'm not going to call no names, but I'm telling you, OTR is not the life you really want to live. It's just not it. Nobody wants to live in a truck. Nobody wants to live on the road. I don't care how much money you make. If you're not home to spend that time with your loved one, your family, your friends, or your kids, what's the purpose of making money? So with that being said, you got to think about it. After the 90 days, even if you do get your authority, what are you going to do? How are you going to have consistent work? Think about your job if you have a job. Would you show up at your job every week? If you might get paid this week, you might not get paid the next week. You might get paid the next week. You might not get paid. Like, I can't live like that. I can't live off of non-consistency. I have to have a consistent check. You know what I'm saying? So Amazon is consistent. The only 2 days that Amazon don't run is Christmas and New Year's. Otherwise, you have no problem booking loads. Amazon is super consistent. And Amazon is good if you know how to book your loads. And I already told this 100 times, but I have a lot of new people. If you are looking at the Amazon load board at any given day time, and you're looking at loads that leave out days in advance, it don't pay. I agree. For years, I wasn't saying this to nobody because I was like, you know what? I don't want to tell y'all guys my secrets. But you know what? At a point, I do. So to make a long story short, you can't look at the Amazon load board and book loads days in advance. You got to book all your loads in the day that it is if you want to make money with Amazon Relay. All right. Someone said also took your October class. How did you like it, Marcus Miller? Marcus Miller. How did you like it? The master class. Someone said there's a few slots left for this Saturday group masterclass, 12 p.m. to 6:30. Yes, so I have 2 masterclass slots left available for this group masterclass. That's this Friday. Only 2 slots left. I guarantee you they probably be sold out by tomorrow. So if you're trying to get up and running and trucking, it's $9.99. Join this masterclass. It comes with everything you need to get up and running. Someone said, do we find our own drivers? Yes. So when you leasing on, you can either A, drive the truck. Some people want to lease on, they want to drive their trucks. That's no problem. No, I don't care about that. So you can drive your truck. But a lot of people don't think about this. Let's say you don't want to drive the truck. You can do the same exact thing I did. Because if you don't know, I never drove a box truck. So with that being said, you can hire a driver. Even though you're going through the masterclass, you can hire a driver, get you a driver, get him trained, put him in the truck, make money passively. You can also have multiple trucks while you're leased on. The lease on people, they charge 10% to run at the authority, but you can start off with two trucks in the beginning. After the first week or 2, if you're doing good, then you can have as many trucks as you want. So like I stated, prior lives, we got people that got 5 or 6 trucks in the masterclass currently right now. So And another thing, while you leased on, because I think this is a confusing thing too. Say somebody's in Houston. A lot of people are like, well, I'm in Houston. Are you going to have me somebody to lease on? When you leasing on, you can lease on to anybody nationwide. So you could be in Houston and somebody could be leased on to you in Chicago. You see what I'm saying? Somebody could be in Atlanta. So your truck also don't have to be where you're at. That is a huge misconception. A lot of people are like, well, I'm in Atlanta. You want to put a truck in Chicago? You can put a truck in Chicago. You want to put a truck in Cali? You can put a truck in Cali. So even through the lease on process, you can put your trucks anywhere you want to. All right. Someone said, what's the best rate to pay your drivers if box truck is local? I use a pay scale. So I don't use the percentage. I don't use hourly. I use a specific pay scale that comes in my ebook. If you buy my ebook, it has the pay scale in there. It has how to hire a driver. It has a job description that literally you can copy. If you're looking for a driver, you can buy my guide. It's still on sale for $99 and literally post this thing on Indeed. And I guarantee you will have about 30 to 40 applicants in a couple days. That's how easy it is to find a box truck driver. Because we have to remember, a box truck driver, 26,000 pounds and below, is non-CDL. So which that means anybody that possesses a regular driver's license can actually physically drive that truck. So it's super easy to drive that truck. And a lot of people always ask me, Jabbar, are you going to expand out to semis? And I'll be like, nah, I always thought about it. I always wanted to, but I don't want to deal with CDL drivers. And ain't no disrespect to CDL drivers. It's just that I don't know enough of them to be able to maintain my fleet, if that makes sense. So I got 5 trucks. I'd rather have 5 trucks that I know is consistent. When I had all of the stories, when the driver quit, they leave your truck across town. I did a masterclass with a guy. He has a brother. He probably's on the masterclass. And he says, brother, wasn't doing right with the truck and left the truck somewhere. He had to go send his uncle to go get the truck. So I just don't have time for that. So I'm going to stick with the box truck, if that makes sense. Someone said, can I still join the masterclass? Is it too late? No, it's not too late to join the masterclass. We got 2 slots available. That's why I keep looking at my phone to see if anybody booked it. But yeah, we have 2 slots available for the masterclass that's coming up this Saturday. Someone said, how do I get in contact to get started? To get in contact with me, you can go to boxtruckshorty.com. If you're on YouTube, boxtruckshorty.com. When you're on Instagram, you can go to boxtruckshorty.com. All my services there for my 2-day, 3-day ebooks, consultations. I'll do consultations for 30 minutes, 60 minutes, pretty much any and everything you need. And like I always tell people, when you come to me, you come to my class, it's not like you're getting a course. Like I hate when people say, let me get your course or whatever. I don't offer a course. A course is something that you take, you got to pass at the end. It's busy work, it's fluff work. My classes don't have no fluff work, if that makes sense. So it's everything you need to get up and running. From the beginning to the end, I will hold your hand. How to get your LLC, how to get your authority. I got somebody for that. You need compliance, I got somebody for that. You need somebody for ELDs, I got somebody for that. Gas cards. I mean, everything. You need to know how to pay your driver. You need to know how to manage your driver. You need performance management contracts. You need to know how to pay your driver. You know how to, just anything. We have it all. It's like a one-stop shop. So when you leave out of this class, there's nothing else you should need. The only thing you got to bring to the table is the grind and the hustle and some sense. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I can't give you is the sense. But everything, there's nothing for you to figure out, if that makes sense. All right? Let's see. Scroll on down. Someone said, I live in Houston. Can I still use your lease on after I get my authority? Yep, I just answered that question. Look, I didn't even know it. So yes, you can be in Houston and you can actually lease on. It's a nationwide thing. So a lot of people, let me clear this up too. A lot of people think let's say you join my masterclass and you're in Houston, right? And you want to lease on. And you leased on to somebody that's in Atlanta. You can do that. Now, a lot of people think when you get on with Amazon Relay is specific to your area. Like you can only see loads in Atlanta. I can pull up a load in Idaho. I can pull up a load in Cali, Washington, Pennsylvania. So when you get on, even when you leased on, it is nationwide. It's not restricted to where you're at, if that makes sense. Okay? So that's the good thing about Amazon Relay. You get to see the whole load board nationwide. You get to see what loads in Cali is doing, loads in Texas is doing. Wherever you want, you can see the load board nationwide. So that's why I like Amazon Relay as well. Someone said, love it. On my way up. That's what's up. So you see somebody took my masterclass. So every week when I get on, I have people that take my masterclass. Some be shy, some don't want to say it. But I've helped, thousands of people get into this industry. And I always think back, like a lot of people might not want to say it, but I've literally helped thousands of people get into this industry. And that's, I think, is like my biggest congratulations to myself. knowing that you help people, or running up to somebody and say, man, you changed my life. Like, that's crazy, to be able to change life. Because I didn't get into this thinking that I would be able to change people's lives, but it has. Amazon Relay has changed my life, my friends, family, pretty much a lot of people's lives, man. So if you learn it, I always tell people this. And one thing people always say when they leave that masterclass, now I see why people fail. Because a lot of people think it's just so simple as you getting the LLC, getting authority, and jumping on with Amazon. It's way more than that, man. It's just the part that people always don't want to learn is the business of it, how Amazon operates, how to manage your drivers. So that's why a lot of people fail. They just think it's super, super easy. Someone said, after the masterclass is over, how long does it take to lease on and get an authority? So good question. Let's say you took the let's say you have zero. You have nothing set up right now. And you say, you know what? I'm ready to go. I'm ready to change my life this year. I want to take the masterclass. You take the masterclass on Saturday. If you have nothing, completely nothing, in 30 days, you can be up and running and literally book and load. So give yourself 30 days. Now, let's say you already got your LLC, you already got your authority process set up, but you kind of like in between, and you already got your authority. Let's say some people already got their authority. That's fine. If you already got your authority, your LLC, your insurance, and you take the masterclass, pretty much the only thing you would be missing is the training at an Amazon facility, which you can do it where you live, or you can come to Atlanta and do it. We don't make you come to Atlanta. So with that being said, if you got that training, you literally can be up and running in 5 days. So it's depending on where you're at in the process. Have nothing, 30 days. If you already have everything, you just missing the training, get your training. You could be up and running in literally 5 days booking loads. So I hope that answers your question. Someone said Box Truck Shorty has 3-in-1 ebook that's on sale for $99. Yep, I got a ebook that's on sale for $99. So it's still on sale. And if let's say for example, you was like me, you were more of a like business person. You like, you know what? I don't want to drive the truck. No problem. Send your driver here. We'll train them. Send them back to you. You'll have a driver that's been trained by one of my master trainers. Because if you think you're going to walk into Amazon Relay, and I wish the guy that I had in the masterclass last week could ever jump on here and explain how Amazon operate. Because if you think you're going to walk into Amazon and Amazon's going to be like, oh, hey, Jabbar, come in. Look, you go get this. You go get the pallet. You go move this. You go do that. It don't work like that at Amazon. They not going to tell you nothing. You know what I'm saying? And it's just to the fact that a lot of people fail walking in there because most of the Amazon facilities, they only give you 50 minutes to get there. If you've never been in an Amazon before and you think you're going to get out in 50 minutes, you got another thing coming. So you're going to already come out the gate messing up your account. You're going to already be late. So with that being said, get you some training. Even if you don't come through me, go get you training. Do not walk into Amazon blind, if that makes sense. Someone said the masterclass is fire. That's what's up, TGK Trucking. That's what's up. I really appreciate that. Someone said, we really do appreciate you. Thank you. And I do appreciate y'all too, because if y'all wouldn't show up, I wouldn't be getting on these live, giving back to you guys. Like, think about it. There's not a lot of people in the industry that get up, come to a live every Wednesday and just answer questions for free. I got other things I could be doing. I ain't gonna lie, I wanted to go out tonight, but I was like, you know what? I try to stay in a routine of helping my box heads get up and running to answer questions. Even like I said, I even answer my DMs, man. I do consultations with me. I'm not to the point where I'm gonna send you off with VA or you join a master class and it's somebody else in there talking. It's gonna be me. I'm gonna teach you stuff for over 4 years that you just ain't gonna be able to get nowhere else, if that makes sense. Someone says, does the master class also cover the Amazon ID? I don't know what you mean by the Amazon ID, but if you're talking about how to get the Amazon badge, yes. All right. Someone said, ever had problems adding drivers to your company roster, blurry driver's license? Nope, I never had that problem. Someone said, what about loads in Wyoming? Wyoming, I'm not sure about Wyoming. I never looked at the load board in Wyoming, but one thing I can always tell people, if there's an Amazon there, there's a market there. Like I always give the analogy. If a Chick-fil-A is there, they already did their research. If a McDonald's there, they already did the market research. So I haven't seen too many states there they want an Amazon in. So I just helped some guys. I don't know if they're on there. They in Boise, Idaho. They about to get up and running. That's my first time ever helping nobody in Idaho. So nationwide, Amazon is there. Amazon ain't going nowhere. Someone said, hello, we got approved and have access to the load board. However, we are stuck. We do not know what to do next as far as booking loads. Bingo. That's why you have me. You either can book a consultation. You can join my masterclass. I can show you how to book loads. I can show you how to scale your company. I can show you how to keep your truck running 30 days. Join the masterclass. Even though you got access to Amazon, like I told people, You can have access to Amazon all day, but if you don't know how to book loads, when to book loads, how to use Post a Truck, all of that good stuff, what's the purpose of having Amazon? So I have a couple services that can help you, our Zarko. So yeah, if you join my masterclass, I guarantee you will not be you wouldn't be disappointed. Someone say I'll be buying the class soon. I'm ready to upgrade my skills in my future. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Let's go. Let's get it. Someone say West Coast Amazon loads been kind of dry. Amazon's been kind of slow anyway, because remember, I always tell people this: January, the beginning of February-ish is the slowest time of the year. We just came out of peak season. So January is the slowest time of the year to start your company. But if you start now, by the time you get up and running, tax season is right around the corner when they drop them taxes. And I don't know if y'all paid attention, but I'm a sneakerhead. Like, I love Jordans. I love, sneakers and stuff like that. When I went to the mall, I think it was last week, whenever the black and metallic came out, maybe the weekend after, whatever. I went to the mall. If you go look at it, it's online. It was, maybe hundreds of people outside of Greenbrier, you know what I'm saying, looking to try to get sneakers. Because guess why? Taxes drop. Everything is packed with tax. You go to the club, you go to the sports bar, you go to the restaurant, everything is packed because everybody's starting to get their money now. So the same thing with Amazon. People are about to start back shopping, getting TVs, buying gadgets, whatever they need. So we already passed the slow season. We're about to get back into to the good loads. Someone said, how do I do the Amazon training where I'm at in Columbia, South Carolina? Well, if you don't know nobody there, you would actually have to find somebody in Columbia, South Carolina to train you. Like, go up to a warehouse, ask somebody. If you know somebody that's doing Amazon, try to get training. If you're trying to get leased on, is that what I'm trying to say. But if you don't, then you can come to Atlanta. Is Atlanta, 3 hours away from Columbia. You drive down here to take the training. Because my trainers are going to show you stuff that you just ain't going to probably pick up nowhere else, if that makes sense. So if you want to know all the tips and the tricks, come to Atlanta. Like I always tell people, I don't care where you at. Atlanta got a cheap flight here. You can fly to Atlanta from almost anywhere in the United States. And Atlanta's a fun place. Come down here. Have you a good time. Someone says, took the master class on 4/27/24. Been running for 3 months now. Going out tonight too. That's what's up, see, Masterpiece. So look, you see, so had somebody that took the master class. They up and running. They about to do their load. That is what's up. That's what's up, man. Congratulations, Masterpiece. That is congratulations. Someone said, Effie, 10% is the weekly rate to lease on. Yeah, so it's 10% to lease on. And someone said, should you rent or own a truck? Good question. Go back and look at that live I did last week. It makes sense to start off renting a truck. I always tell people, and I'm a guy, so I'm going to speak from a guy's perspective. Let's just say you're a woman. You see a woman and she's beautiful. She's fine, drop dead, exactly what you're looking for physically wise. Would you want to marry this woman on the first date? Like, if you see, like, would you marry her first? Like, they have the show Married at First Sight. Would you marry her? If you marry her, she might be fine, but you don't know what else could be wrong. Same thing for a female. If you're a female and you see a guy and he's fine, he got everything, he's successful, would you marry this man at the first glance? So that's what it is when it's people buying a truck without actually getting into business. You don't know if you're going to like the business. Trucking ain't for everybody. It's just not for everybody. So just because somebody else is good at it or somebody else is making money, that don't mean that you're going to like it. You get what I'm saying? You can get in a business that you don't like. Like when I did my t-shirt shop, I started a t-shirt shop because t-shirt shops make money. But guess what? I just didn't like it. So I had bought all this equipment, I married it, and then I didn't like it. So the answer to that question is this. No, do not buy a truck starting off. I just spoke to, a matter of fact, it was not yesterday. I hope he's on here. He might be on my live. Just spoke to him yesterday. He said he bought a truck, young guy, I'm proud of him, 23 years old. Bought a truck within his first 3 months. He done spent, I think, $3,000 getting a repair, $3,000 or $5,000 getting a repair on his truck in the first 3 months. And he said, now I see I'm going to rent the remainder of my trucks because these trucks break down. So just imagine in 3 months, he already got a bill. No, I think it was $5,000. So think about it. He already got a bill starting out the gate in 3 months. So my answer to that is no, do not buy a truck starting off. And let me explain to you again why. If you get, let's just say you got somebody to rent a truck, somebody's buying a truck, right? The same exact steps you take to rent is the same exact step you take to buy. Because when I started off with rentals. I still don't own a truck after 4 years of being in the business. So you start off, the LLC is the same, the authority is the same, the down payment for the insurance is the same. And the only difference is if you purchase a truck, you got to put a down payment. If you're renting a truck, it's usually $1,000. rental deposit. Now, the difference is, let's say you're doing it for 3-6 months and you just don't like it. All you got to do is, you already made your money back. You out of the hole. You should make your money back from starting this business at least in the first month. All your money you invested, if you go hard, you can make it back in a month. So now, as people say, like when you go to, I don't know if you gamble, if you playing money and you start with 100 and you won 300, you took your 100, put it back in your pocket. As they say, you playing with the house money. Now you're playing with the house money. So guess what? 2 or 3 months, 5 months, you don't like it, you're not out of no money. You made a profit and you just quit. Now, if you buy a truck for $50,000, $60,000 and you don't like it, you're not going to be able to sell that truck for $50,000, $60,000 back for the price you bought it. So, no, do not buy a truck starting off. Now, if you're doing it and you got $5,000, $10,000, not five, I would say $10,000, $15,000 laying around, then you could buy a truck, but I don't want to buy a truck. And the reason why I say that is because I don't like maintenance. The only time my money leave my account is when I want it to leave my account. Like if I want to go buy something, go on a trip, go on a vacation. Otherwise, you have to be very careful with these trucks. Like I stated in the last live, I'll state it in this live because I always have new people. Think about this. If you go to the Ryder website right now, look up used box truck 26. They got 100 pages with maybe 20 to 30 trucks on it. Ask yourself, why is it Ryder buy all of their trucks brand new, right? They buy all the brand new models. They rent them out for 2 or 3 years. When those trucks started hitting to a point, and mind you, Ryder has a maintenance shop. They have a full-fledged maintenance shop. Why is it when these trucks get to a certain miles, they're probably already paid them off, why do they decide to sell them? Think about that. You know why they're selling them? Because they hit a point where these trucks are going to start having mechanical issues left and right. So what they do is they dump it out to the public. We go buy the trucks for $30,000, $40,000 thinking we're getting a deal. But guess what? You bought a truck for $40,000 that within the next couple of years is going to need $40,000 worth of repair. So with that being said, that's the reason why they're selling these trucks. Even them, as they're renting the trucks, they're not in a business of maintenance. They don't want to fix trucks. The same thing with Enterprise. If you go, let's talk about cars. When you go to Enterprise, you can't rent a 2020 car right now in 2025. They always get the latest models. When it hits to the point of the warranties being over, they take them to auction and then buy a new set of cars. So they don't have to pay for maintenance like that. Anytime those cars break down when they're in warranty, they take it to the dealership to get fixed. So you just got to think about that. Maintenance is a killer. So with that being said, if you're not buying a fairly new truck, just be careful if you're purchasing a truck. So like I told you guys, I don't know if you remember, but when I set up my whole system, think about this. Think about big businesses that popped in the last 10 years. In my decade, we got Airbnb, we got Uber, we got Turo. They have changed the game. Before I go look at a hotel, I look at Airbnb. So Airbnb is the future. But guess what? Airbnb, they don't own properties. They get a property, they find an owner, come to them. Let's say somebody renting their house out for $500 a night. Or let's just say it was $1,000 for the weekend. Well, guess what? Airbnb is making a little bit of money off of everybody that rent their house. The water heater goes out in their house. The roof caves in. The appliance break. Airbnb don't have to pay for it. The homeowner has to pay for it. So Airbnb is using somebody else's equipment, which is a house, for them to make money. Same thing with Turo. Same thing with all of these kind of apps like Uber. Uber is the same thing. Uber don't own cars, but what they do is they get a contractor to come work for them, and then they make a little bit of money from people using their cars and their equipment. That's the same exact thing I'm doing with renting trucks. I don't own the truck. I rent the truck. I make a little bit of money on top of it. Like I always tell you, I make $200 per truck per night. Every night. I have my trucks running 5 trucks running a night. That's $1,000. Every single night I make. When I go to sleep, I make up $1,000. Go to sleep the next day, I make $1,000. Long as I have internet access and got an hour there, I can book all of my loads for all of my trucks. And yes, it is more expensive than buying a truck. So let's say you bought a truck. Let's say that payment is between $1,500. When you buy a decent truck, you're gonna probably be around $1,500 to $2,000, right? But now, let's just say if I rent a truck and it's $750 a week, and that's like, let's just say it's $500 and somebody's paying $250 in their miles. So they're paying $750 a week after the miles plus the base rate. So let's clear this up. If you got a truck for $500 a week and then you got miles. Let's say the cents is 15 cents, and then you use up $250. So that's $750 times 4, right? So that's what, $3,000 that you will be paying. $750 times 4, yeah, $3,000 that you'll be paying in a rental, right? Whereas if you bought a truck, you might be paying $2,000 a month. Now, this is the problem where a lot of people make. Just because your payment is $2,000 a month and mine is $3,000 a month, you don't get to profit that $1,000. You get what I'm saying? That $1,000 that you're saving, you need to be putting that in a maintenance account. You get what I'm saying? So when that truck do break down, you can fix it. The difference is with me is when I'm paying that $3,000, I don't have to worry about a maintenance account, if that makes sense. Someone say, I thought they came from warranty for Penske and Ryder. No, that's only if you're renting the trucks that they come with a warranty. If you're purchasing a truck, a lot of those trucks from Penske and Ryder and all of those places is not warranted. All right. Now, you can get some with warranty, but it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to have a warranty, if that makes sense. All right. Let's go back and see. I know I had a bunch of questions in it. Just drop down. But it doesn't apply to the rest of the list and ebook on page 10. Bro, should I buy an 18-wheeler or a box truck? That's a hard one. You can make money with an 18-wheeler as well. So it just depends. If you plan to drive it, if you got a CDL, then go get you an 18-wheeler. But if you want to make money and you can throw anybody in that truck, get you a box truck. Because a box truck is very versatile, if that makes sense. Someone said, great information. Thank you. Thank you. Someone says, I got you. I'm in the Masterclass and I'll be in Atlanta for the Amazon training right after. That's what's up. That's what's up. Jump into the class. Someone said, I joined the class and it was good, but how do I get higher paying loads? By booking your loads in the day that it is, G-code. Wait until the day that it is to book those loads. All right. Let's see. All right. Hold on. All right, hold on. Let's see, we got another. That's crazy. $750 a week. How do you make any money? You make enough money because even after the $750 a week, I'm booking loads enough to be able to cover my expenses, driver, and all of that. So that's how I'm able to make money. So after all my expenses, I still walk away with $200 a night. Then you got to think about, if you bought a truck, you're looking at about $2,000 a week. So it's not a huge difference as what people might think it is, if that makes sense. All right. All right. Okay, thank you. Someone said, who do you suggest to rent with? I would say who to rent with. I would say Enterprise, Budget, or Penske starting off. All right, let's see. Keep going, keep going. Someone said, I'm signed up for the 22nd. That's what's up. Someone said, take that training. There's a big difference between picking up loads on weekdays and Saturdays compared to Sundays and holidays, Rhode Island here. That's what's up. That's right. Take that training. You better take that training, most definitely. Let's see. All right. Someone said, does Amazon do cargo vans? Amazon does cargo vans, but not for Amazon Relay. That's DSP. DSP is completely different program. That program, you gotta have 40 bands to get up and running. With the Amazon DSP, completely different. So with Amazon Relay, somebody asked me this earlier today too. So remember, Amazon DSP with the cargo vans and Sprinter vans, there is a background check. It's completely different. Amazon Relay, there's no background check. There's no drug testing. So you could have a criminal record, background, on probation, anything you want, and you can do Amazon Relay. There's no reason you can't start Amazon Relay. And guess what else? With Amazon Relay, there is no background check. I already said that. No background check. It was something else I was just about to say. I was reading somebody's question. Oh, there's no credit check. So there's no credit check that's needed for Amazon. So when you want to do the Amazon Relay, you want to go to a rental route. If you got bad credit, no credit, your credit does not play no part in this actual process. Someone said, does this work with one has a big rig with a 53-foot trailer? Yes, it does. You could do Amazon with the semi. You could do tractor only, which is power only, or you could do tractor and trailer. Someone said, maintaining your truck is not that expensive. Yes, it is. It is. Trust me. To maintain your truck is expensive. Someone said, we gross $8,000 a day for it with 8 trucks. I don't know if you're talking about a box truck or a semi. With $8,000, that means you will be making $1,000 a day. to make $1,000 a day is probably not going to do with Amazon. You're going to be doing something outside. You're going to be doing Amazon and then something else to gross probably $1,000 a day. Now, it depends on what time of the year, but on a day-to-day basis, you're not going to be grossing $1,000 a day. Someone said, if I drive a truck, will I profit? Of course you will profit. Yeah, you will profit. You'll profit. You drive the truck and you'll profit if you get a driver for the truck. And remember, everything is based on everybody's expenses. Everybody's expenses is going to be a little bit different, if that makes sense. Someone said, yes, I do. Thank you. How do you pay your drivers? I think I pay my drivers by a scale, a flat pay scale. Someone said, oh, yep, I already answered that. If you own an op, is it all on you? If you are owner op, is all on you. Yes, if it's owner ops, then you're responsible for maintenance if you purchase that truck. But if you're leasing that, not leasing, if you're renting that truck, then no. Someone said, can I make more than $200 a week if I drive myself? $200 a week? Yeah. So, Christopher, let me explain what you're saying. When I'm saying I'm making $200 per truck, not $200 for all of my trucks. So I have 5 trucks running yearly, right? Majority of the time, it's still like peak season, I scale up. But let's just say I got 5 trucks running. All of those trucks, after I pay my driver, insurance, and gas, all of that, even the driver's pay, I walk away with $200 net, which means that's my money. I have 5 trucks running. So that means I'm making 5 times 200 is $1,000 that I'm netting on a nightly basis. My truck run 30 days, so that's $30,000 net. So remember this, I'm still paying a driver and I'm netting. So if you not paying a driver, then you would just keep that money, if that makes sense. All right, let's see. What we got? When is the next masterclass? This Saturday. The next masterclass is Saturday coming up, 12 p.m. Eastern. I got 2 slots available. I guarantee it'll be sold out soon. Someone said, yes, I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. Yeah, Ohio got some good loads. Someone said, is the training mandatory to be able to lease on to authority, and does it come with the masterclass? No, the training does not come with the masterclass, but the training is. Not saying that you have to come to Atlanta to get trained, but to lease on. Think about this. When we first started the masterclass, we was letting people lease on. They say, oh, I can figure out Amazon Relay. And guess what they do? So think about this. You're leased on to somebody's account with Amazon. You walk into Amazon, you never been there before, you mess up. What you think those people are going to tell you that you leased on to? You think they're going to say, oh, man, that's a great job? No, they're going to kick you off their account if you come in the gate messing up. So you spend too much money, too much time. You don't have to come to Atlanta to get trained, but it's definitely up on you. Let's say you're in a place and you just can't afford to come here. Go to the local Amazon, ask somebody, say, hey, look, can you train me? You might have to pay them, but just don't walk into Amazon without being prepared. So the answer to that question is yes, training is recommended and necessary, but you don't have to come to us and get trained, if that makes sense. Someone says, I appreciate your information. That's what's up, Chris. Good. Thank you. I appreciate you too, bro. Someone said, I'm out of Boston, Massachusetts. Boston is a good area. Yep, it is. Box Truck Shorty offer a 2-day on-site training, which is $350, and a 3-day, which is $400. The difference in the two is the 2-day, you or your driver don't go with the trainer over the road. The 3-day is you do. Most people do the 3-day, or if they send in a driver, because they want to see the full experience. They want to see what happens at the warehouse. At the post office. Some of them got lock boxes, some got pods, some got different docks. So you just want to be prepared. Like I always tell people, life is, you spend too much money to shortchange yourself. Like we spend money to go to CDL school, we spend money to go to barber school, we spend money to go to law school, college, we spend money on everything. But when it comes to starting a business, we just think we can YouTube University it, or we're gonna figure out everything in the streets. And I'm telling you, I guarantee you, if you think Masterclass is a lot, try to YouTube University it. I guarantee you won't spend more than $1,000 in mistakes. You're going to spend it. Because what most people do is this. Biggest mistake I see people do is they call up to the insurance company. Insurance company tell them it's $6,000. Then they'll come in my comments, on my post and be like, man, you can't start no business for under $5,000. The insurance company wanted $6,000. And I'll be looking at them like, you crazy, because you do exactly what I've been saying for the last 4 years. Do not pick up the phone, call directly to an insurance company and try to get insurance with commercial insurance if you've never been in trucking before and you don't know nothing about it. They are going to knock your head off. Exactly. Get you a broker. Get a broker. A broker has a relationship with these insurance companies and can get it drastically lower. The guys who I'm talking about from Idaho, he has to pay $1,100 down and $1,000 and some change a month for his insurance, but they went through a broker. So with that being said, is yes, you can still get these same exact rates in 2025, but everything in life, just think about it. Everything in life is who you know and what you know. Everything. I don't care what nobody tell you. Who you know and what you know. I got people I can call right now and they can move mountains because I know them. I have a connection with them. I network with them. So with that being said, it's the same thing with an insurance broker. Same thing with the rental. The information, how to get the rental cheap. The broker, how to get it cheap. To get your authority done. How to book loads. So everything is based off of information. I'm so sick and tired of people telling you can't start a company for under $5,000 in 2025. Do you think I would be sitting on live every week on Wednesdays? Do you think I would have hundreds of people going through my masterclass if it wasn't? You see what I'm saying? So basic common sense. We got to bring common sense to the equation when it comes to business. Like I got to the point, man, where I don't even argue with people no more. It's to the point where it's just like, hey, go ahead. I'm not going to fight nobody to be rich. I'm not going to fight nobody to be financial freedom. I'm just not. If you don't want to, don't do it. And like I always tell people, there's not a business in this world where everybody's going to be successful. It's just not. Everybody that open a beauty salon ain't going to be successful. Every lawyer ain't going to be successful. Every doctor ain't going to be successful. There's no foolproof business. There's not one stock that if you invest in, you're going to make a ton of money. There isn't just not one. You're going to have successful lawyers, broke lawyers. You're going to have successful doctors, broke doctors. Everything in life has a balance. So when it comes to trucking, we expect everybody that's selling something to be everybody. If 100 people take the class, then 100 people is going to be successful. No, but if 90 of them are and the 10 that wasn't, what's the difference? The 90 got the same information as the 10. The 10 just didn't have the hustle, didn't have this lazy. You know what I'm saying? So I can't give you that. I can't give you the grind and the hustle. Or if something pop up, not being able to how to figure it out. In business, you got to be able to figure stuff out. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I hope that makes sense to you guys. Someone said, facts. I experienced this myself with insurance versus going through a broker. Yeah, I ain't lying. I mean, every time when I get on the Masterclass, people be like, man, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. I said, I know. And the matter of fact, I hope the guy on here I'm doing a Masterclass with tomorrow, I won't put too much of his business out there, but I ain't even gonna put his business. But he said he had somebody that just wasn't trying to get in the truck, and I ain't even gonna put him out there like that. But yeah, so everything is who you know, man. Who you know is super important in this industry. Just like a restaurant could be sold out in Atlanta, I know the owner, and guess what? Who I know, they gonna pull a table and get me in. So it's who you know or what you know will keep you in, if that makes sense. How much can you make a week if you lease on and drive yourself with a rental? That's an open-ended question. So if anybody can tell you how much somebody will actually grow, so like when people saying like, oh man, come sign up with me, I can get you $5,000 a week or $6,000 a week, that's BS, because nobody can predict what you're going to make. And let me tell you why. It depends on you. You might do one load a day. You might book your load. Like, it could be somebody that make $5,000-$6,000 a week with Amazon, and it could be somebody that make $2,000 a week with Amazon. It depends on how hungry you are, when you booking your loads. If you booking your loads days in advance, you're gonna be out of business. So if you booking trashy loads in the middle of the day, you're gonna be out of business. So it just depends on how you're booking your loads if you're gonna make money with any industry. That's even with the DAT load board. So I can't guarantee you how much you can make, but I can tell you that if you learn and you book all your loads in the days that it is, that you can make really good money with it. You might do one load a day. You might do two loads a day. Like I can show you right now, I got a guy, he doing 2 loads a day. He doing a short load, about $200 a day. Doing his second load, about $500-$600 a night. And he not really even going that far. So he making a killing on the loads, if that makes sense. And I'll post the load. It was a short load. I'm gonna post it so you think I'm lying. I'm gonna show you. He did a short load. I think it was last night. Let me see, and I'll post this later on tonight. He went. Hold on. Where's this load at? It was a short, high paying load. It was. Oh. Where is it at? Bear with me. Dang, so many loads. Oh, It was $36.30 a mile for 5 miles. So the load paid $175, 175.24, and it was the pay rate was 36 and 30 miles for 5 miles. So he made $175 for 5 miles, then turned around, went back and did another load. So with that being said, you can do a short load, medium-sized load. It just depends. Someone said, I'm willing to grind 5 to 7 days a week in New Jersey area if I lease on. That's fine. Amazon is 7 days a week. 7 days. My truck moves 7 days a week. Someone says, if you work under someone's authority for 180 days, can you rent the truck under a corporation account with rider? Yeah, you can. Enterprise. So yes, if you're leased on, you will be renting your truck with your own authority, with your own company, with Enterprise, whoever it is you're going to be with. So yes, you can, is the answer to that question. Let's see what other questions we got. Someone explain the booking and advance part, please. All right, explaining the booking part. So the booking and advance part is this. Most people fail with Amazon because they look at the Amazon load board the same exact way as they look at the DAT load board. And I'm using DAT because DAT is the biggest other outside load board outside of Amazon. So we got DAT, Amazon. That's like Apple, Android, right? So what people do is they look at the DAT load board. The DAT load board will put up loads. Let's say it's 20 loads going to wherever. They look at them, the load might have a rate on there, and that's what it is. You can call a broker to negotiate, but that's kind of like what the load is going to be paying, right? So what you see is what you get. When you look at the Amazon load board, it works completely different. Amazon put loads on the load board every day. So let's just say Amazon have 300 loads in Atlanta that got to leave out every night. So they'll put 300 loads on the load board. Now, think about this. Poster truck. If 250 people are using Poster Truck in Atlanta every single day, that's 250 loads that never ever make it to the load board. So when somebody said, man, I'm looking at the load board in the middle of the day and I don't see no good loads, they ain't lying, because all of the good loads are filled through Poster Truck first. Whatever don't filter through Poster Truck, then they pop on the load board. So with that being said, so let's just take away the Poster Truck. Now, let's just say on Monday, Amazon dropped 400 loads on the load board for the week, right? On a Monday, follow me, on a Monday. Now, let's just say a load that leave on Friday, it might be 200 miles for $300. That's a trashy load. Why on earth would somebody take that load? Only somebody with no common sense would take that load. But what people do is they don't do their homework. They don't do their research. They get on with Amazon Relay and they don't know how to book loads. So they would look and say, oh, well, man, that's the only thing on the load board. I got to pay this rental fee. I got to pay my insurance. I got to pay my driver or whatever it is. So they go booking the trashy loads. Well, Amazon know that these loads got to leave out every single week. It's the same loads on the same load board every week. So what they'll do is they'll drop it for $300, right? 200 miles for $300 on Friday. If nobody booked that load on Tuesday, that load will go from $300 to $350. On Wednesday, if nobody booked that load will go up to $400. On Thursday, nobody booked that load will go up to $500. On the next, and it keeps inching up. So if you waited to the day that it is, instead of you booking that load for $300 5 days in advance, if you wait to the day it is, that same load will be paying $550, $600. It just depends. It can even go up higher. So that's what I'm saying. Do not book loads days in advance because Amazon loads mature. Every single load on that load board matures. Every last one. If you booking loads days in advance, like I always tell people, you might as well roll down your window and throw it out the window, if that makes sense. So that's the whole key with Amazon Relay. Don't book loads days in advance because Amazon is not paying. Amazon only pays good for expedite, which means this. Amazon is the opposite. So think about this. I'm an analogy-driven person, right? So let's just say, I always give this analogy. Let's say somebody lives in LA and they want to fly to Atlanta. They're like, you know what, Jabbar, I'm going to take the Masterclass this Saturday. In 3 weeks, I'm going to come to Atlanta and take your training. You can fly to Atlanta for $250 probably. Round trip from LA to Atlanta if you book it 3 weeks, a month in advance, right? Now, you might be in the back of the plane for $250. Now, however, if you said, you know what, Jabbar, man, I'm trying to get to Atlanta tomorrow. I want to do the training tomorrow. Guess what? That same ticket that you're going to buy might cost $700, $800, $900 to get to Atlanta. And that ticket is not going to be a first class ticket. You might be sitting right in the back of the plane, the last plane 40 aisle, and the person right next to you paid $250 for their seat. And you paid $700, $800, $900 for your ticket. So you see how the difference is? Expedited. You became the expedited person, so you had to pay more for your ticket. It's the same thing with Amazon. Amazon pays more as closer the load picks up. So if they put a load on the load board for a week in advance, they know they got 5 days to catch them a sucker. So if they catch them a sucker, great. But if they don't, then the closer they get, the more that load keep popping up, the more that load keeps going up in prices, if that makes sense. So that's the difference between Amazon Relay and the DAT load board. The DAT load board don't really do that. So that's Amazon Relay, and that's how I've been killing them, knocking them dead for 4 years. I just recently started telling you guys this on live on how to book loads. Before, because I'm like, yo, you're going to have to pay me for my expertise. So that's why I used to have it in my ebook, all the ways on how to book loads. But it's to a point now where it's just like, look, let me let the people know. If you don't want to come through me, you can start your whole company by just listening to me, go watching my YouTubes and stuff like that. But if you need my expertise and my help, then yeah, of course, good information costs. So that's how you book loads. I hope that makes sense for you. Take that nugget and run with it. And I know Amazon hating me, boy. I'm telling you, Amazon gonna be like, man, we gotta get rid of this dude. He making y'all run the bag up on them. Someone said, please explain how to optimize on fuel when you're booking loads beside the opposite of booking loads less than 200 miles. So when you're booking loads with Amazon, the best way I would say is this is another T. The higher the miles with Amazon, the more chances it's going to put you back in closer to back home. So I'm going to give another gem. I don't really give this gem out a lot, but I'm going to give it out. God damn it. Every week I'm going to give out something a little new. So this is the catch. All right. Say you look at the load board. Let me see if I can pull up the load board. Now, don't look at the prices. Just look at the load board. Let's just see. Hold on. Give me a second. Bear with me. Let me pull up the load board. All right. Look at it. Y'all getting free game. All right. So look at this. Let's look. Let's see something. Okay. All right. I don't know if you guys can see this, but I'm just going to pull it up. Let me see if I can see it. Okay. Don't look at, so Matthew, you can look at it. Let's see. Hold on. Look at this load that's leaving. Hold on. Let me go find a more easier load. How many miles does this load have? That's 215. Oops. I got to cut off the auto. Let me show you a load with a lot of miles. Okay, let's see if I see another one on here. Okay, this one will work. All right, so check this out. So if we look at this load right here. All right, I guess it's not a good example, but look, this is my mistake when I used to do when I first started. If you look at this load right here, if anybody that's in Atlanta know Atlanta. So if we look at this load leaves on Friday. Let's see if y'all can see it. It's a Friday load. It's right here. And it's this load right here, Friday. So this load leaves Atlanta. It goes 174 miles, right? When I first started, I used to not book loads over 230 miles. So what I would do is if a load had more than 230 miles, I wouldn't book it. So with that being said, this load is 174 miles. This is the biggest myth where a lot of people do. They will look at the load board because, I'm going to be honest, on the first page, it don't show a lot, right? So you would assume with Amazon, everybody know majority of the loads with Amazon is one way. So in your brain, you'd be like, okay, this load is 174 miles. When it's finished, I got a dead head back 174 miles, right? But that's not the case. So if we look at it, Amazon will say, look, to go 174 miles, you're going to burn $52.25 in fuel. Now, let's say you did have to go 174 miles. You're going to burn let's just say $53 in fuel. Now, if you got to come back empty, then you got to burn another 53, right? But that's what Amazon is saying. Amazon is saying you're going to dead head back from your last stop, not 174 miles back home. Well, anybody that know Little Burn, if you look at the map, look at this. Well, for you guys that don't know Atlanta, look at Little Burn, where Little Burn is at. For you don't know, Little Burn is 20 minutes outside of Atlanta. So Little Burn is pretty much a suburb of Atlanta. So make a long story short, the higher the loads with the more miles, will usually, and Amazon is good at this, they will loop you back around so your last stop is super close to home, if that makes sense. So I hope that makes some sense. And Like Atlanta, they'll put a load on there for like another one. This is to Jefferson, Georgia. Jefferson, Georgia, if you don't know, is 49 miles outside of Atlanta. Then they might have one that go to Marietta. So with that being said, that's how you do the loads real quick. So that's how I book my loads, if that makes sense. Someone said, how can I contact you about the VIP 101 Masterclass? The same exact way. Go to Box Truck Shorty, bro, or go to boxtruckshorty.com and you pick, it's Monday through Thursday, 12 p.m. Eastern, and you can book your VIP 101 class. The VIP 101 class is a lot shorter than the big class. The big class is long, but it's a lot of information. It'd be people in there asking questions. You'd be like, dang, I didn't think about that. And it's good for networking. You might meet somebody in your area that's already trained. You might meet somebody that's going to come get trained. Y'all can network with each other. But all my services can be booked at boxtruckshorty.com. Someone said, oh, that was good. Thank you, Miss Queen. I appreciate that. So look at it. I get up here and give y'all a free game every single week. Someone says, Juancho, what up, bro? How you doing? Someone says $300 for 85 miles. Cool. $300 for 85 miles. Yeah, that's cool. I'll take that all day long. Yes, sir. Someone said that's good information. That's Amazon Flex. No, that's Amazon Relay. Amazon Flex is with the cars. Box Truck Shorty consultation offers consultations. Phone consultation 30 minutes, $149 and $60. Yes, 30 minutes, and I offer 60-minute consultation. Someone said fire. Yeah, so I get on here and I give you guys some good game. And let me see if they got any other loads on there. A load that's Atlanta to Atlanta. Let's see. Atlanta to the thing. But what I want y'all to see is this so y'all don't think I'm lying. So if you look, today is what, Wednesday? Let's look. Look at the Amazon load board. You see? Trash. You know why? All of these loads, see, are days in advance. None of these loads are right now, if that makes sense. So you got to look and wait for that load to pop up for tonight. Or as if you notice, look. You see if I'm lying? You think I'm lying? Look at that. What does that say? What does that green bar at the bottom says? It says order P blah, blah, blah has been filled. That's my poster trucks. So told you, poster truck is how you get the better paying loads. See? Ain't got to play, ain't got to lie to y'all. So poster trucks. Y'all don't go looking for loads no more. Poster trucks is the key to getting that good load. There you go. You're seeing it live and in flesh. And guess what? It's crazy to be able to run your whole entire company from your couch, watching TV, doing what you're doing, and your company runs smooth. And like I said, the most important part, what a lot of people appreciate in the class, is I show you how to manage your drivers. I show you how to manage them. I show you the performance management contract. I show you how to pay them. I show you how to keep it running 7 days. Like when you leave out of this class, you're going to have all of the Jews you need to be successful. Someone said enterprise in Boston rate is $5.15 a week and 59 cents a mile. That 59 cents a mile is way too high. You don't want to be paying no more than, right now, pretty standard is 15 cents a mile. So you definitely want to get that changed up. Someone said that the drivers have to load and unload the box trucks sometimes. So it depends. If it's going to Amazon, then Amazon will load your truck. But if it's going to Amazon to a post office, then you or your driver have to load your own truck. Someone said, who is coming to Saturday's Masterclass? Yes, who's coming? Got 2 more slots and we're going to be sold out. 2 more slots. Some said, Jims, can't wait to connect with you. I can't wait either, bro. I can't wait either. I can't wait. So they said, don't be like me having paralysis analysis. I've been following him since 01, took the Masterclass in 2024, and still watching videos. That's what's up. But guess what? I always tell people, man, move at your own time. You take the Masterclass now. A lot of people think when you take the Masterclass, you got to get up and running. No, you take that Masterclass, and if you don't get up and running until June, that's on you. You don't get up to October, that's on you. But just start. Like I always tell people, man, just start. Ain't no business going to be perfect. You got to figure this stuff out as you go. Launch the business now. You can make it perfect later. I promise you. I have made every mistake possible. The only difference is I had some cash coming into the game, so I could afford to couldn't afford, but I was able to withstand making costly mistakes. For you guys that don't know, I always tell my story, man. I'm transparent. I have my company shut down for I have 5 trucks running. I have my company shut down for 30 days. You know where I'm at? If you think I'm lying, go back and look. I was in Miami. I had got a penthouse at the W Fly Airbnbs because they had Airbnbs in the W. Man, got that up there chilling, having a good time. balling down there in Miami, and my company got shut down while I was sitting in Miami, just checked into my room. Because why? I didn't follow something that was compliance-wise. And it was a costly mistake. I always tell people this. I didn't take my compliance serious, because making money is sexy. Buying stuff is sexy. All of that stuff, retire is sexy. I hate paperwork. I hate taxes. I hate compliance stuff. So I wasn't paying attention to it. But guess what? It caught me and bit me in the butt. So I had to pay for my drivers. I had to pay all 5 of my drivers. I had 7 drivers. I had 7 drivers. I had to pay them not to leave. So I had to pay them for a whole month when they didn't work. I had to pay the rental truck, because guess what? I didn't want to turn the trucks back in, because during this time we was in a shortage of trucks. If you turn that truck back in, I would have never got it back. And then I had to pay my insurance for 5 trucks. So it was a costly mistake. So a lot of people couldn't, survive that. That would put most people out of the business. So because of that, I take compliance super serious too. So in my masterclass, we also have my compliance officer that talk. We got a tax person. Taxes, I hate tax. Anything I hate doing, I'm going to have that person there to help you. So with that being said, it's somebody for everything of this class, every aspect of it. Someone says... So once again, coming up on an hour, I ain't going to hold y'all guys forever. Masterclass, 2 slots left this Saturday, February 22nd. It starts 12 p.m. Eastern. $9.99 to get in that class. If you can't make the class, no problem. Go look. We got a VIP one-on-one masterclass for $11.50. It's 12 to usually 3.5 hours. And then now we got a couple 4 o'clock slots to 7 o'clock. On select days. But get in the class, get up and running, move at your own pace. Some people take the master class, like I stated, you might not start till March, you might not start till April, but as long as you take the class, you can lease on whenever you want to. So don't let nobody rush you, or you compare nobody like, oh, my cousin got up and running in 30 days and I can't get up and run in 30 days. Piece it together. You might can just get your LLC. Next month, you might can just get your authority. Next month, you might can just get your insurance. Next month, you might can just get your rental truck. But guess what? Get started. Get up and running. That's what I'm saying. So paralysis analysis, you do not want to get caught with that, because every year you don't want it to keep saying, I'm going to start. Like, think about how many people say they're going to start something New Year's. We're already about to be in March. You see what I'm saying? So move at your own pace. Don't let nobody rush you. But just get started, if that makes sense. Because guess what? Once you get the information, you can't lose it. You got the information. You know how to start. Yep. So I'm going to answer a couple more questions, then I'm going to get out of here. Someone said, really appreciate your honesty in putting out this information. I appreciate y'all too, because y'all don't have to log in. Y'all could be doing something else. You know what I'm saying? But I do appreciate all my box heads. I'm on YouTube and on Instagram. I see I got my YouTube family growing and growing and growing and growing. I always tell the people on YouTube, hit that bell notification, like, share my videos, share it. Share my information. Somebody else out there might thank you in the long run. Someone said, when is the next masterclass? This Saturday. And I meant to say, if you previously joined the masterclass, let's just say you joined the masterclass last summer, and you just like, you know what? I want to do it all over again. We allow you to take a refresher class, which means you can join any masterclass, and it's only $250 because I know it's a lot of information. If you took it in June, you'd be like, man, I wasn't ready then, but I'm ready to start, and you don't want to pay another $1,000, you don't have to. Just pay $250. You can join the master class. It's called a refresher class. But if you already bought my ebook and you want to get up and running, you can join the master class for $750. All you got to do is send an email to info at boxtruckshorty.com. We'll send you an invoice for the $750. You can get in the class. Guarantee you, it's life changing. So with that being said, I'm gonna get up out of here, hitting on an hour. Hope to see you guys at the top. Masterclass this Saturday for you guys that's already in there. I can't wait. You're going to really love it. And that's pretty much it. See you guys at the top. All right. Take care.